It's the last NFL Sunday of the first half of this NFL season. Let's go. Week 9 NFL Sunday preview keys. The game starts right now. It's 10 o'clock Eastern time for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy. We've got the Week 9 NFL Sunday preview keys to the game. Obviously, there's a lot of crap going on this Sunday. There's really actually not that many games because, as again, we look at the byes every week. Steelers at 2-6. They're on a bye. They really needed it. Broncos 3-5. Same thing with them. Browns are also 3-5 on a bye. 49ers are 4-4 also on a bye. Same thing with the Giants and Cowboys both on a bye. Big games for all those teams next week. We'll see what all they can do. Yeah, those are my bye weeks. Week 9 byes. Steelers, Broncos, Browns, 49ers, Giants, and Cowboys. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, let's get right to the Dolphins and Bears. That's our first game we are previewing. And yup, first game, Dolphins at 5-3. They're going into Chicago to take off on the 3-5 Bears. It's a big game for both teams. Obviously, the Bears want to show that they can still win games, like be competitive, which I think they will be able to. Dolphins looking for their third straight win. They're looking to show that they bought in the trade deadline and it was actually worth it. Games at 1 o'clock on CBS, streaming on NFL Plus and Paramount Plus. Of course, check your local listings. That's what I got for this one. Of course, we're going to look at the announcers as well. You got, for this one, you got Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, so that's a pretty good group. Honestly, it's a B game as well. You get the coverage map, and I think it works out for that as well. With, where is it? The blue, so it's basically most of the, Midwest, northern Midwest, most of Florida and, Alabama. Or, is that, yeah, that's Alabama. That's what I got for this one again. 1 o'clock on CBS, Paramount Plus. NFL Plus, 5-3 Dolphins going to Chicago to take on 3-5 Bears. That's what I got. Let's get right to the Dolphins projected starting lineup. And for the Dolphins, two-way quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, his back, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Salvin Ahmed, Miles Gaskin, backfield, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Trent Trivial at wide receiver, River Craig Russ out, Mike Gesicki, Jeremy Smith at tight end, Tanner Connor's questionable, Al Emo to fullback, John Lovett is on IR, Teron Armstead's questionable, Austin Jackson's doubtful, so Greg Little probably will start, Robert Hunt, Connor Williams, and Robert Jones, Robert Hunt, all healthy. Liam Eichenberg also on IR. Defensively, Christian Wilkins, Emmanuel Ogbah, Raekwon Davis, all healthy. Jalen Phillips questionable though, so Bradley Shaw, Melvin Ingram, Andrew Van Ginkel, all there as well. Channing Tindall, of course, he's had a little bit of a rough play. On special teams, we'll put it that way, but that's why he's not playing. Landon Robert, Jerome Baker, they're the middle linebackers. Tegan Howard, Noah Benagi, Decatur, Cahill, and Justin Bethel in corners. Of course, Byron Jones is out. Brandon Jones, True Williams, Nick Needham, Trey Flowers on IR. Eric Rose questionable. Clayton Fajizium is behind him. John Holland also there for safety. Special teams kicker is Jason Sanders. Punter is Thomas Morstead. Your punt returner is Tyreek Hill. Your kick returner is Raheem Mostert. Long snapper Blake Ferguson. Bears. And for Justin Fields and these Bears, yeah, he's their quarterback. David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, Tristan Ebner in the backfield. Yeah. Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool, new acquisition, obviously, N'Keal Harry, a receiver, Byron Pringle, Squari on IR, of course, Dante Pettis, Equanimous St. Brown, Felix Jones Jr., all there as well, Cole Kmet, Trayvon Wesco, a tight end, Kerry Blasingame, a fullback, Braxton Jones, Larry Borum, Cody Whitehair, Sam Mustipher, Tevin Jenkins across the offensive line, Jairi Carter's questionable, Lucas Patrick, Doug Kramer, Dakota Dozier, all on IR, Alquan Mohamed, Dominique Robertson off the edge, Andrew Blackson, Justin Jones both healthy though, Joe Thomas, Jack Sanborn, and Nicholas Morrow healthy. Jalen Johnson's out though, of course, Jalen White and Matthew Adams are both on IR. Jalen Jones though, Kendall Bildor, Kyler Gordon, and Lamar Jackson all healthy. Juwan Brisker, Eddie Jackson will have to step up. Kyrie Santos is their kicker, their punter is Trenton Gill, Felix Jones Jr. punt returner is your returner, and Patrick Skills long snapper. Time for the keys to the game. And for this Dolphins offense, run the ball 20-plus times because, again, they're going to have to keep them honest and they're going to have to run the ball well. Tua has to be able to be more accurate on 3rd and long. I know that's, like, obviously 3rd and long, but if he can make those throws, which I know he probably can, it would be huge because, again, he missed a couple of those throws last week. And run outside zone runs on 1st down. Outside zone run is really just, like, their foundation. They really got to get back to that because they didn't really do that much last week on 1st down. Or the week before that. Dolphins defense press both Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney because, again, yeah, Chase Claypool in the red zone, maybe not as much, but, again, you have to guys to defend it. And have Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, if he can play, line up on the same side of the line of 3rd and long. That would be a problem because they're going to, yeah, you could say, Justin Fields is going the other way. They'll try to contain with, what is it called, Landon Roberts or, Jerome Baker. So for that reason, they gotta want to get pressure. Those two guys on the same side of the line, that creates havoc every single time. Let's get to the Bears. And for Chicago, find a way to design the blocking so that Justin is stepping up into a clean pocket every shotgun passing down to find either one of his weapons. Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 of them. So yeah. Now they got Chase Claypool. I really want him to be able to step up and clean pocket and just fire downfield. He was able to do that really well last week. I think he needs to do it again this week because again. As much as I think the Cowboys' offense is probably more sustainable than the Dolphins' offense is undoubtedly more explosive. For this Bears defense, contain the run game because, again, if that just starts getting going, you're not going to stop anything else. And don't get beat over the top as well. You can't give up those type of plays. I think the containing the run game won't be a problem, but they can't get burned over the top. Eddie Jackson, Jaquan Brisker have to play really well over the top. They have to have a really game, which I think they will. But, again, Jaquan Brisker didn't have exactly the greatest game last week. See what happens this week. Yeah, Colts and Patriots. Here we go. And tomorrow in New England, the Colts at 3-4-1, who are gonna have to win this game really if they want Eddie's shot at even having a hope to make the playoffs. Of course, Patriots at 4-4, they're looking to make it 2 in a row. Obviously, they're playing the Colts for the first time since 28. No, they played them last year. What the heck am I saying? Yeah, that was a really good game. Obviously, last year, Colts came on top. They don't have the guy who really took it to them though, because Jonathan Taylor is out for this game. He can't stay healthy now. Obviously, got 4 touches last year, but yeah, he's an ankle injury. It's on 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, other streaming options, obviously other options for cable. Check your local listings. Where is it? Okay, Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta, AJ Ross in the call for this. Another B game, as expected. This is a pretty solid matchup. That's why it's a B game. Obviously, when we look at the coverage map, it's in green. It's really not much. It's actually probably, it's even, really, you're not getting much of the country to this. It's literally just Indiana basically, and part of, a very small part of Illinois, but that kind of makes sense because, let's be honest, most of Illinois, yeah, they like the Bears, but not really right here. And yeah, New England also gets this game as well. So that's what I got for this one. Obviously, should be a pretty decent game. Let's get right to the Colts projected starting lineup. And for this Colts offense, obviously Sam Ehlinger is their quarterback now. Ryan is out though, he's actually out, so it's not like he can't play anyway. It's still a shoulder. Jonathan Taylor is out. Deion Jackson, Zach Moss, Philip Lindsay on the backfield. Zach Moss needs to get a couple touches. Obviously, he has not been really that good in 2 years, but we'll see what that happens. Michael Pittman Jr., Paris Campbell, Alec Pierce, receiver. Ashton Dolan's on IR. Kyle Granson, Mel Cox, Jawani Woods, tight end. Andrew Ogletree's on IR. Dennis Kelly's questionable. Bernard Raven behind him. Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Matt Pryor, Braden Smith across the offensive line. Dennis Kelly again is questionable. Quiddy Faye, Yannick Ngakwe, Ifedi, Odiigbo, and Deo Odiigbo off the edge. Tyquan Lewis is on IR. Bobby Okereke, Darius, Shaquille Leonard, and Zaire Franklin. The Aegis Speeds questionable. Grant Stewart, I don't know how to pronounce it, is out. Kenny Moore, the second. Brandon Faison, Stephon Gilmore, Isaiah Rodgers, all healthy at corner. Tony Brown is out. Trevor Denbell, Armani Watts, both on IR. Rodney Thomas, the second, both at safety. Chase McLaughlin's their kicker, their punter is Matt Hoff. Your kicker returner is Isaiah Rodgers. Ashton Dolan's on IR. Rigoberto Sanchez, of course, on IR as well. Cooper Rhodes is their long snapper. I don't know who their punt returner is. Let's get right to the Patriots projected starting lineup. For New England, Mac Jones is the quarterback. Brian Hoyer on IR. Of course, Bailey Zappi's his backup. Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Damian Harris and Pierce Strong Jr. both questionable, though. Kevin Harris behind them. Jacoby Myers, Tyquan Thor, and Kendrick Bourne, a receiver. Devontae Parker is out. Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, they're tight end. Christian Wilkerson is on IR. Trent Brown, Cole Strange, Mike Onwenu, Isaiah Wynn across the offensive line, all healthy. James Furnitz probably will start because their center, David Andrews, is out. Marcus Cannon, Jason Hines and Mark are both on IR. Andrew Stuber's out. Defensively, Dietrich Weiss Jr., Christian Barmore, both questionable. Man, Christian Barmore's really had a hard time staying healthy. And obviously, when we look at Devon Gottschalk, Lawrence Guy both being healthy, my bad. Sam Roberts, Marcus Mitchell probably gets some playing time. Matt Judon and Fernie Jenkins off the edge. Josh Uche's questionable. Juwan Bentley, Matt Wilson Jr. both healthy. Ronnie Perkins is on IR. And Fernie Jenkins actually has a sack this season. Okay. Jonathan Jones, Jalen Mills, Miles Bryant, Marcus Jones at corner. Jawan Williams, Cody Davis, both on IR. Jack Jones is questionable. That's not great. Kyle Duggar's questionable. Adrian Phillips behind him. Devin McCourty's healthy. Jugo Pepper's backing him up. Nick Foles is their kicker. Quinn Ordine is out. Jake Bailey's their punter. Marcus Jones is their punt returner. The kicker returner. Pierce Stark Jr. is questionable. Reminder Stevenson behind him. Joe Cardona is their long snapper. Ty Montgomery's on IR and Kyle Duggar's questionable. Let's get right to the keys to the game. Colts offense run the ball 35% with JT, or just like, let's just say Deion Jackson, Phillip Lindsay. That just didn't come out. That just didn't come out right. Yeah. I want him just to run the ball, the crap out of the ball. Like, literally just run the crap out of it. I don't care who it's with. They got to run the ball really well. Take some shots with Sam Ellinger off play action again there, too. He actually does a surprisingly accurate deep ball. I'm sorry to say that. Like, if you watch him in college, actually pretty accurate. Obviously, his arm talent is not even close to there. Like, he's not the most accurate quarterback, but he can't hit that deep ball. He's pretty good touch. So, like, that's the type of thing I want to see from him. Obviously, top runner as well. Colts defense, sustain a high level of gap control given up by the defensive line. What I mean by that is the defensive line doesn't get out leverage, really. That's kind of what I mean, and also the fact, like, they keep the lanes really small for the running backs. Pressure Mac Jones from the interior as well. You want him to have to run away instead of just stepping up, because when that happens, he's not going to do that well. His ankle's still not 100%. And Stephon Gilmore has to come through against his former team. Yeah, he's got to have like a pick six or something. He's got to make a big play in this one. I think this defense can really help out their offense. Let's get to the Patriots, and I got some stuff for them as well. And for New England's offense, run game has to continue to progress. 200+ yards, which I think will happen. 3+ touchdowns, maybe not. We'll see. And 5+ yards per carry, which probably won't happen. But we'll see if they can do that. Patriots defense shut down. Just shut down JT like last year. Unlike last year, yeah. If they go have another big running game, they probably won't win this. But I really think it's a game it's a game they should win. I'll put it that way. It's like if they lose it, it's like they lose it. I don't even know how to. Wait, what's the saying? They're playing to win or something. No, this is a game they shouldn't lose. I'll put it that way. They're favored. They should win this. Let's get to the Raiders and Jags. It's a pretty bad game, but it probably will be a good one in the end. Okay, and in Jacksonville today for you guys, the 2-6 Jaguars trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. They're 0-6 in one-score games this season. Going against the Raiders, who are 2-5 and are 0-4 on the road, 0-3 on the road. They're really bad on the road right now. It's been a disappointment of the year so far, but maybe they can resurrect something by getting a win today. Obviously, games at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, all your streaming options. Announcers for this one are Andrew Catalon, James Lofton, and a DT. I cannot pronounce their last name. Kinko Obala. DT Kinko Obala. I can't pronounce it. I'll just call her a DT because that's her first name. Andrew Catalon, James Lofton, a DT. That's the call for this one. Obviously, when you look at the coverage map, it's actually more than the Patriots game, but that's because it's literally just most California, most of the West Coast, and Jacksonville. That's what I got for the coverage map. And again, 1 o'clock on CBS, Paramount, and NFL Plus are your streaming options. I know there's a lot of Raiders fans. I don't really know who that's going to watch this, though, because it's a pretty bad game. Let's get right to the Raiders' projected starting lineup. For the Raiders, Derek Carr, quarterback, Jarrett Stidham is backup. Josh Jacobs, Amir Abdul in the backfield, Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Mac Hollins, receiver. Jalen Waller's questionable. Foster Moreau behind him. Jess Roristed there as well. Jacob Johnson's their fullback, or Jakob Johnson, my bad. Colin Miller, Dylan Parham, Andre James, Alex Bars, and Jermaine Illuminor across the offensive line. Brandon Parker, Justin Haran, both on IR. Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, Cleveland Farrer, Tayshaun Bauer. Up the edge, Jordan Jenkins is on IR. Andrew Billings, Julio Nichols up the middle. Neil Farrell Jr. is questionable. Davon Diablo is questionable. Luke Masterson is there as well. Denzel Perriman, Gian Brown, both healthy. Micah Kaiser's on IR. Rock Yassine, Amik Robertson, Anthony Aver, Nickel Roby Coleman, all healthy at corner. Nate Hobbs is on IR. Jonathan Abram, Trayvon Moehrig, both at safety. Daniel Carlson's their kicker. Your punter is AJ Cole. Your kick returner is Amir Abdul. Your punt returner is Hunter Renfrow. Trent Sieg's the long snapper. Time for the Jags projected starting lineup. And for the Jags, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, CJ Beathard, his backup. Travis Etienne Jr., Michael Hasty in the backfield. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Marvin Jones Jr., receiver. Jamal Agnew questionable another week. Willie Johnson's on IR. Calvin Ridley is obviously suspended now on this team. Snoop Connor there as well. Yeah, he'll probably get a carry too. Maybe even in the red zone. Evan Ingram, Chris Manhart at tight end. Dan Arnold, Luke Farrell there as well. Cameron Mountain, Tyler Shalley, Luke Fortner, Brent Scherf, Jawan Taylor across the offensive line. Ben Barch is on IR. Florenzo Fotocasi, Devon Hamilton, Roy Robertson Harris all healthy. Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Deshaun Dixon, and Shaquille Quarterman off the edge. Devin Lloyd, Foyce Luke on the middle, K-Line, Chase Young, Jordan Smith, both on IR. Tyson Campbell, Curtis Claybrooks, Darius Williams, Monte Brown at corner. Shaquille Griffin's on IR. Rashawn Jenkins, Andrew Stacy both healthy. Riley Patterson's their kicker. Your punter is Logan Cook. Jamal is a returner, questionable wealth vision. So Christian Kirk might be their punt returner. Michael Hasty might be their kick returner. And Ross Matijek is their long snapper. Let's get to the keys of the game for this one. And for this Raiders offense, run the ball 20 plus times with Josh Jacobs. I don't care if it's 4-0, just do it. The O-line needs to get back to the bully style. Played like against the Texans. Yeah, they got to roll. They weren't getting any penetrations. I don't really know what it was. They looked off. I don't think they were getting out leveraged either. It just they weren't playing like with enough aggression. And if Darren Waller plays, get him the ball. I mean, I don't know for sure, like he's questionable, but if he can play, like let's go, get him the freaking ball. Raiders defense, watch for Travis Etienne in the backfield of the red zone because again he did that last week. Kind of worked out. Pressure Trevor in the red zone as well because he did not make any good decisions. They contain him in their own territory. What I mean that is, if Trevor Lawrence is in his own territory and he starts scrambling around, that's when big plays happen. That's really how they get a lot of big plays. Don't let him do that. Let's get to the Jags. Okay, for the Jaguars, Trevor needs to be able to come through in clutch time. I mean, isn't that kind of self-explanatory? Like, come on, man. Like, you haven't been able to. See him approach on the ground because, again, it's working really well. And finally take some shots downfield. They haven't done it in a couple weeks. I'm getting a little concerned. Jags defense, hold the Raiders on third down because, again, they haven't been able to do that. And the Raiders can be really dangerous if you can't step on third down. No big plays in the red zone. I mean by that is, like, don't bust your coverages. No, like, mossing, like, stuff like that. I don't know if Justin Campbell can cover, because he's actually becoming more of a boundary corner now. I don't know if he can actually cover Devontae Adams, so maybe help him there too as well. I don't know. I don't have it actually down, but that would help as well. Time for the first game we're going to talk about on Fox, Panthers and Bengals. Big game for both teams. And for this Panthers and Bengals match, Panthers scores 2-6 coming off a wild loss. They're looking to, kind of like win a game. Bengals are 4-4. They got absolutely obliterated last week, looking for a bounce-back win against another NFC South opponent. 1 o'clock on Fox, NFL Plus is your streaming service, of course. I don't know if you can stream this on the Fox Sports app, though, like World Series and all, but yeah, that's what I got there. Obviously, the announcers for this one are, well, tell me. That's just not there right now. Where is it? Okay, Mark Sanchez, Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, Laura Oakland, pretty good group there. Obviously, when we look at the coverage map, now we're going over to Fox's coverage map. This game is in orange, and yeah, it's like basically North and South Carolina, and like Ohio, part of Pennsylvania, and like it's kind of a mess. It's like this area right here. That's where you get it, and oh yeah, also in like New Orleans for some reason, I guess. That's what I got there. Let's get right to the Panthers projected starting lineup. And for the Panthers, of course, PJ Walker's doing the quarterback now. Baker Mayfield being a very supportive backup, good for him. Sam Darnold and Matt Corral both on IR. Drew Barber's out, though, so Dante Foreman, Rasheed Blackshear, Spencer Brown all going to step up again. DJ Moore, Terrence Williams Jr., Shai Smith, the receiver. Rashad Higgins is out. Andre Roberts is still on IR. Tommy Trumbull, Ian Thomas, tight end. Steven Sullivan out. I think if Tommy Trumbull could be definitely better blocker, he'll get a couple more stats, and he'll actually get some more targets. Giovanni receives a fullback. Ikemu Kwanu, Bradley Christensen, Brady Christensen, Bradley Bozeman. Austin Corbett, Taylor Mullen across the offensive line. Elfline, my bad, is on IR. Brian Burns, Sturgos Matos, Marquis Haynes Jr. off the edge. Amari Marno is questionable and Henry Anderson is out. Derek Brown, Matt Ryan is healthy though. Shaq Thompson, Damian Wilson, and Frankie Lavu all healthy. Lavu. Okay, Dante Jackson's questionable. CJ Anderson, Tay Hayes, Keith Taylor Jr. and J.C. Horn all healthy. Stanley Thomas Oliver III is on IR. Same thing with Jeremy Chin. Xavier Woods, Miles Harfield both healthy, and Justin Gross is out. Eddie Pinheiro, Johnny Ecker, kicker punter. Your punter returner is Shai Smith. Your kicker returner is Rasheed Blackshear. J.D. Jansen, he's still a long snapper. Zay Gonzalez, Andrew Roberts, both on IR. Same thing with Chief Robert, but he's out, my bad. Okay, time for the Bengals. For the Bengals, Joe Burrow is their quarterback. Brandon Allen is his backup. Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine, both backfield. Jamar Chase is out. Another T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Mike Thomas, the receiver. Trent Taylor probably going to start. Maybe not. I really don't know. Hayden Hurst, Mitchell Wilcox, tight end. Drew Samples on IR. Jonah Williams, Cordell Olsen, Ted Karras, Alex Cavill, Leo Collins is questionable. Akiva Denji is healthy though. Ben Brown, Isaiah Prince both on IR. Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, Joseph Osai, Cam Sample off the edge. CJ Reader is on IR. BJ Hill, Joshua Tapu is out. Zach Carter probably going to start, or Dominique Davis. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, and Akeem Davis Gaither across the defensive line. Eli Apple, Cam Taylor, Britt. Jalen Davis and Alan George are all healthy, but that's such a, name. Is he white? No, I was about to say. Is there a white corner in the NFL? Like, what the heck? Troy Bowers, questionable with other slot. Mike Hillinson is out. Chidobe, Awuzie, and Tyson Anderson are both on IR. Bob Biller's strong safety, free safety. Jesse Bates III, who hasn't been great this year. Ed McPherson's their kicker. Their punter is Kevin Huber. Your punter returner is Tim Taylor. Your kick returner is Chris Evans. Cal Adomitis is their long snapper. And Fort Clark Harris is on IR. Let's get to the keys of the game. So the Panthers Dolphins run the ball between the tackles efficiently and get the ball outside the numbers on screens. Yeah, I think they got to spread the ball out a little more. Yeah, obviously their offense is pretty good, but really just relied on a couple busted coverages. The Bengals won't really give that up because they're a better team than that. Yeah, so I really like that. And Panthers defense pretty simple, just stack Joe Burrow, because that's really all the Browns did last week. It worked out pretty well. Let's get to the Bengals. And for Cincy, run the ball 25 times for over 175 yards. They got to commit to it. It's got to be really efficient. T. Higgins needs more targets in the intermediate part of the field. He has not gotten those this year. I don't know why, but get him the ball there. Whether it's outside the numbers on out routes or the corner route, whatever, get him the ball there. And finally, less than 3 sacks allowed, because again, if Joe Burrow's on his butt the whole game, it's just not going to work out well. Bengals defense, no big plays, obviously. That won't happen if they can stop the run, or 5-yard per play runs. Yeah, what I mean by that is, there are games where your defense is going to give up just 5 yards every single. That's not going to work, because then big plays are going to happen. Or they just don't give up big runs in the first place. Big runs create big passes. Then it just spirals out of control. They can't give up either of those, and obviously 5-yard per play runs are not good either. Those 5-yard den runs really hurt a defense. It may not the start up. Maybe it doesn't even hurt them, but it will hurt. It will always come back to bite them, in my opinion. Unless you're well, yeah, at one point in the season it does. Chargers and Falcons, let's go. Okay, Chargers and Falcons. Of course, Chargers at 4-3 are looking to get a win coming off the bye. Of course, Falcons at 4-4 coming off a big win. They look to maintain first place supremacy, or the leading for stay as the Kings Kings of the NFC South. Games at 1 o'clock on Fox. You can stream it on the NFL Plus and the Fox Sports app. We look at the announcers for this one. Will it come up? Maybe or maybe not. That's just not where I want to go. Okay, maybe. Oh yeah, Kenny Albert, Jonathan Willis, Shannon Spig, same announcing group in Atlanta as last week. Yeah, whatever. Compass Media, Chris Carnino, and Brian Baldinger, my bad. I don't know who those people are, but yeah, they're announcing the game as well. Then we're looking for coverage map. It's in green. Basically, most of the South and Kansas City, literally Kansas City, and part of California. That's really it. It's a pretty humble group. I'll put it that way. That's what we got there. Let's get to 1 o'clock on Fox Sports app, and NFL Plus. Time for the Chargers. Oh yeah, projected starting lineup. Chargers, Justin Herbert, quarterback, Chase Daniels, backup, Austin Eckler, Sony Michel, Isaiah Spiller in the backfield, Josh McKelvey's on IR, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, both out, DeAndre Carter's questionable, Michael Bandy, Jason Moore Jr., and Keelan Doss and Joshua Palmer are basically all their receivers. Jalen Guyton is on IR, Gerald Everett, Trey McKinney, Richard Rodgers heavily going to be targeted, Donald Parham Jr. is on IR, Xander Horvath is their fullback, Jameer Saylor, Matt Filer, Corey Lindsley, Zion Pipkin, Zion Johnson, Trey Pipkins III across the offensive line. Rashawn Slater, Andrew Trainer, Isaac Weaver across are all on IR, and then defensively, Jerry Tillery is out. Morgan Fox will start. Austin Johnson, Sebastian Joseph Day both healthy. Austin Murillo is on IR. Chris Rump the second is out. Joey Bosa still on IR. Derek Zaka, Khalil Mack off the edge. Kyle Van Noy, Drew Tranquil, both the inside linebackers. Ahmed Ogunjiba, can't pronounce his questionable. Tammy Lloyd is on IR. Michael Davis, Asante Samuel Jr., Jair Taylor, and Jasur Taylor and Bryce Callahan both healthy. J.C. Jackson's on IR. Derwin James Jr., Deshaun Adderley both the safety. Dustin Hopkins is out. Cameron Dicker will start. Yeah, that's his name. J.K. Scott is their kicker. DeAndre Carter is questionable, and Josh Harris is their long snapper. Let's get to the Falcons projected starting lineup. And for ATL, Marcus Mariota, quarterback, Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier, both in the backfield, Drake London, Olame Zaccheaus, Demir Bird, Brian Edwards, a receiver, Kyle Pitts, Parker Hesse at tight end. Jared Banhart is on IR, Keith Smith is a fullback, Jake Matthews, Matt Hennessy, Drew Dahlman, Chris Lindstrom, Jakail McGarry across the offensive line, Elijah Wilkinson, Jalen Mayfield both on IR. Taquan Graham, Arnold, Granger, Abdul Anderson up the middle. Vincent Taylor's on IR. Arnold Ibikidi, Lorenzo Carter off the edge. Adegungbo, Ogundenji, and D'Angelo Mullen there as well. Michael Walker, Rashawn Evans up the middle. AJ Stroll is out another week. Rashad Fenn, Isaiah Oliver, D. Alford, and Darren Hall both all healthy. At corner, Jalen Hawkins and Richie Janesville, the safety. Casey Hayward's on IR. Eric Harris is questionable. Obviously, Young and Kuzner kicker. Their punter is Bradley Pinion. Returner is Avery Williams. Liam McCall is their long snapper. Bew Brinkley's on IR. Let's get to the keys of the game. Keep the Chargers offense. Run the ball like you did in Week 5, which was really good. Bring in a second tight end. You don't have the same offense as last year. Be more physical. That's what I mean by that. They don't have any receivers in this game. Joshua Palmer's your number one. The tight ends team, it's gotta be 12, 13 personnel even. That's gotta be in there. If it isn't, I don't know what else to say. They're not gonna win the Super Bowl. Like, really, that's literally what I got. Chargers defense, pressure Marcus, more penetration up front, and the linebackers need to read gaps, as well as lining up so they use a route that won't lead to them getting out leverage. I think if they can't stop the run, they will get blown out in this game. I know how crazy that might sound, but trust me, it will. Because again, Justin Herbert has no one to throw to. Pressure Marcus Mariota, though. He is not good under pressure. More penetration up front because they really struggle with that against the Seahawks. But again, if they cannot stop the run, it will be bad. But the linebackers are key in this because, again, they got to fill gaps better. But it's more like reading it as well because, again, I really do think Kenneth Murray Jr. is could be their best linebacker. But again, he just doesn't read gaps. He's a good tackler, though. But they got to line up and use a route, which means use a route to get into a lane so they don't get out leverage. That's huge as well. They got to be really spot on with the run defense. Other than that, I think they can probably stop the pass pretty well. But this offense is going to struggle. I don't think they're going to have a great day because, again, like, maybe they will because the Falcons defense isn't anything good. But, like, they don't have anything to throw to. Let's get the Falcons. And for Atlanta's offense, Tyler Algier, 5+ targets out of the backfield. Yes, my Cordero Patterson maybe, but, like, get Tyler Algier out of the backfield. He's, like, he's just more healthy. Kyle Pitts, 5+ targets, 20+ yards downfield. Yeah, that's pretty important if you ask me. I mean, he's their best player. Get him the ball. Jump balls, Drake London as well. They got to utilize him with that. I don't know what they're trying to do with him. Like, just get him the ball and jump balls. Falcons defense, hold the Chargers to field goals, obviously, and have Justin drop back 50+ times. You want to just blow up the run. Literally, 8 in the box, beg them to throw the football. Dare them to throw. Like, you know what? Uncovered, no one covered. Just run commit. 11 guys after Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is going to be the only guy that's going to be getting any touches in this game. Make sure Justin Herbert has to drop back and just unload 50+ times. That's what they need. Let's get to the Vikings Commanders. Dang, this is actually a pretty underrated game when you think about it. But Vikings are probably going to blow them out anyway. Okay, it's Kirk's return to Washington when he left, and it's a lot different than when he left it. I'll tell you that. They've gone through like 8 quarterbacks. It's a complete mess. Game's at 1 o'clock on Fox. You can stream it on the Fox Sports app and NFL Plus. Vikings are at 6-1. They're looking for their 6th straight win. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how they're 6-1. They flipped the script from last year. Not completely, but obviously Washington 4-4. They won 3 in a row. Both these teams are red hot. Kirk's return to FedEx Field. I doubt he wants to play there, but he's playing there. Obviously, when we look at the announcers for this one, it's Adam Amin. I think so. Maybe not. Chris Myers, Mark Schlereth, Christina Pink. Obviously, it's a whole entire default system because obviously, what was I going to say? Chris Myers, Mark Schlereth, Christina Pink. Obviously, Chris Myers is filling in for Adam Amin, who is calling this game because Joe Davis calls the World Series. Yeah, and Mark Schlereth and Lindsey Zarniak, I think. Or no. Where is it? I've just lost it. Yeah, and Christina Pink, my bad. Yeah, so it's a B game. It's a pretty good game overall. Coverage map-wise, it actually has most of the country, more than the national game, but yeah. It has basically the whole entire North, Middle, West, and Dallas. It's got a lot of land. It's got D.C., most of New England. Not most of New England, like New York. They're going to get a lot of viewers for this one. I hope it's going to be a good game. Maybe it won't be, but it's in yellow. It's a B game. It's going to be good. I like this game. Obviously, it's Kirk's return. That's probably why they get more of the country, even though it's not the national game. Pretty big game. Let's get right to the Vikings projected starting lineup. And for the Vikings, Kirk at quarterback, Nick Mullins is back with Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, and Keenan Wong in the backfield. Tyler Chandler's on IR, with PC Johnson, Thomas Hennigan, and Irv Smith Jr. Jalen Naylor's out, and yeah, those guys are on IR. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, and Jalen Reagor at receiver. TJ Hawkins is now their starting tight end. I don't think he'll actually get too many snaps. Johnny Mutt will probably get some because he's actually been a really good blocker. But CJ Ham obviously going to be out there too. He's their fullback. Christian Derrick, Urza Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, Edgar, and Brian O'Neill across the offensive line. That's been absolutely fantastic this year in most minds. Of course, Dalvin Thompson is out. That's not great, but James Lynch will back him up. Kenny Wilkes is on IR. Harrison Phillips and Jonathan Ballard both healthy. Dino Hunter, I'm just seeing how he is. He only has 3 sacks, but he's getting a lot of tackles, a lot of TFLs. Eric Kendricks and Jordan Hicks up the middle. Obviously, Patrick Jones second, and DJ Warner both up the edge. Along with Sirius Smith, Patrick Peterson, Andrew Booth Jr., Shannon Sullivan, Chris Boyd all healthy, Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum on safety, Lewis Scenes on IR, Cameron Dantzler Sr. is questionable. That's not great. He's been good this year. Greg Joseph is their kicker. Their punter is Ryan Wright. Jalen Rager is their punter. Their kick returner is Keenan Longo. Andrew DePaula, something like that is the long snapper. Jalen Arrow, of course, out. And yeah, Ty Chandler's on IR. Let's get right to the Commanders' projected starting lineup. Okay, for Washington, Taylor Heineke, quarterback Sam Howell, his backup Carson Wentz, of course, still on IR. Jaden McKissick is out. Brian Robinson Jr., Antonio Gibson in the backfield. Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Dimey Brown, a receiver. Jahan Dotson is out. Logan Thomas, Amari Rogers, both a tight end. Alex Arnold is their fullback. Charles Leno Jr., Andrew Norwell, Tyrell Larson, Shaq Charles, Shaquille Charles, Cornelius Lucas across the offensive line. Sam Cosme is questionable. Wes Schweitzer, and Chase Rulier both on IR. James Smith-Williams, Montez Sweat, F.A. Obata off the edge. Phildarian Mathis is on IR. Chase Young is still out. He's just out. Bro, come on. You got to play at one point. Shaq and Tony's questionable. Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen both on the inside. David Mayo and Cole Holcomb both out. Those are John Bostic and Nate Gary going to probably have to start here. Nate Gary hasn't started so long because he's god-awful. Jamin Davis is there, though. Mil Albert, Drew White both on IR. Tyree Castrofields is also on IR. Kendall Fuller, Cameron Curl, Bobby McCann, Benjamin St. Just, Danny Johnson, and Rashad Wildgoose all corner. Of course, Joey Sledge, kicker, Tress Wazer, punter, Dax Milne is the returner, and Cameron Cheeseman is their long snapper. Time for the keys to the game for the Vikings. And for this Vikings offense, run the ball like last week. Yeah. It was a good run game last week. See what they can do this week. No turnovers as well. I do not want them turning over the football. That could end up a little ugly. And Kirk has to unload a couple early. What I mean by that is throw it from the 20 to the other 20. Like, just absolutely let it fly to Justin Jefferson, most likely. Vikings even stop the run, obviously. If they can't do that, there's going to be a little bit of an issue. Big Tyree, go to someone other than Terry McLaurin. They've got something going there. I don't know what it is, but just you got to make someone else beat them. Let's get the Commanders. Okay, this run game needs to be more prevalent for the Commanders offense. 150 plus yards, and Tyler Heineke needs to be able to hit those corner routes outside the numbers, particularly on third down. If he can hit those throws, the inside will open up because, again, particularly with the corners of the Vikings, they love playing inside leverage. And the tight ends need to be involved on second down. They need to be. Because, again, like, why else are you going to get them the ball? Commanders defense, Jamin Davis needs to be able to, I don't even think he's playing. Shut down Dalvin Cook in space. Maybe Nate Gary. Play heavy zone to compensate for William Jackson III. Yeah. Obviously, you don't have him anymore. You're going to have to adjust to that. I think they still are, but, like, yeah, Kendall Fuller's a good slot guy, but even, like, that's really all he is. So, yeah, they're gonna have to adjust to that. I do think they will be able to, but William Jackson, without having him anymore, just gotta adjust. I think this is like an adjustment game for that. Let's get to the NFL on Fox. It's not a very good game, but it should be competitive. And it's a rematch of the Week 18 game that featured Jordan Love. It's the NFL on Fox in Week number 9. Today in Detroit, the 1-6 Lions have lost 5 in a row. Look for an upset win against the 3-5 Packers, who probably want to win this game because I still think I have some hope with them. But yeah, 1 o'clock on Fox. It is the NFL on Fox here in Week 9, even though it's not going to the whole country. NFL Plus and the Fox Sports app. We look at the announcers for this: Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi on the call for this. The Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen both called this game back in Week 18 of last year. It was a pretty good game, obviously. 37-30 win for the Lions. They blew themselves from getting that one pick. They still got the guy they wanted, though. Aiden Hutchinson has been better than Trayvon Walker, even though both haven't really been talked about much, because both teams are not very good. Obviously, look at the coverage map for this one. It's like it's Colorado, most of Wyoming, Utah, part of California, and Nevada. You got Kansas, Tennessee, Arkansas, very small part of Texas. Most of Florida, I guess. Wisconsin, Detroit, Maine, I guess. So it's really just a scattered area. Maybe if you add it up, it's more than the Vikings and Commanders game, but it's still the A game in this window for Fox. So yeah, let's get right to the Packers projected starting lineup. Aaron Rodgers is ready to light up the Lions. Jordan Love is behind him. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon in the backfield. Allen Lazard's questionable, though, safety with Christian Watson. Romeo Doubs, Sammy Watkins, Amari Rodgers, all healthy, though. Randall Cobbs is on IR. Samari Torre should get some targets, because, again, he looked good last week. Robert Tonyan, Joshua Dugar at tight end. David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, both questionable. Rasheem Walker and Zach Tom will play if they can go. Can't go, but probably Royce Newman, because, again, he's gotten starts before. Jake Hansen's on IR as well. Josh Myers, John Runyon, and Josh Neesman across the rest of the offensive line. Dean Riley, Kenny Clark, Jerron Reed, all healthy. Preston Smith and Devondre Campbell both on the injury report. Of course, Devondre Campbell's out and Preston Smith is questionable. John Garman, Kingsley, and Nigabor, and Rashawn Gary both healthy off the edge. Quay Walker is there as well. Chris Barnes is there. Tippett Galali is on IR. Jair Alexander, Rasul Douglas, Keyshawn Nixon, and Eric Stokes, and Anthony Damos, and Darnell Javon Brown at the defense. Vernon Scott's on IR. But Shamir Jean Charles is out. Mason Crosby is your kicker. Your punter is Pat O'Donnell. Amari Rodgers is your punt returner. Your kick returner is Keyshawn Nixon. Jack Hooker's the long snapper. Christian Watson's questionable. Time for the Lions. And for Detroit, Jared Goff, quarterback. Deontay Smith's questionable. Jamal Williams will obviously get carries. Amara St. Brown, Khalif Raymond, Tom Kennedy, receiver, T.J. Shark, and Quintus Stevens both on IR. Jameson Williams still recovering from the knee injury. He will be back for like a month. Yeah, Josh Reynolds is doubtful, though. Brock Wright's questionable. James Mitchell, Sheen Zylstra, who I think was like a receiver, if I'm not wrong. They're there as well. Brock Wright's not a bad backup tight end, but, like, they went from a top 10 tight end to, like, a borderline not starting tight end. Jason Cabinda's out. Taylor Decker's questionable. Dan Skaber behind him. Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow. Lucas Stenberg, Panay Sewell across the rest of that offensive line. Matt House is out. Halba, Vitae, and Henry Kramer both on IR. Charles Harris is questionable. Josh Pascal, Austin Bryant, and Julian Okora all healthy off the edge. Romeo Okora, any news on him? Yeah, what the freak is up with him? I have no idea. He's on the PUP list. What am I saying? Aiden Hutchinson's healthy though off the edge as well. Oli McNeil, Isaiah Bugs both there. He has 4.5 sacks. Maybe not so great season, but like halfway through, he's on track for like 9 sacks. Malcolm actually maybe 10. Malcolm Rodriguez, Alex Anzalone, Anthony Pittman all healthy. Will Harris, Jeff Okuda, Amani Oriarwe, who will play because again he owns some of the guys in the Packers, and Jerry Jacobs there as well. AJ Parker is out. Bobby Price is on IR. Chase Lucas is out. Ifeni Mufanu is out, and Tracy Walker III is on IR. Kirby Joseph, Sean Elliott are healthy. Juju Hughes there as well. Michael Badgers, their kicker, their punter is Jack Fox. Their punt returners, Khalif Raymond. Their key returners, Justin Jackson. Their long snapper, Scott Daly. Time for the keys to the game. Now for this Packers offense, there's no excuse. 250 plus rushing yards. They've got to run all over the line. So 30 plus points as well. They scored 30 points, maybe, and obviously targeted Armani Oriarwe 10 plus times because he was the worst corner according to PFF through the first 5 weeks or 4 weeks of the season. My bad. When he started, Packers defense pressure Jared Goff. Obviously, when you don't pressure him, bad stuff happens. Double DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, out wide and out of the backfield if he plays, and force 2 plus turnovers. I think the 2 plus turnovers is the biggest thing because again, the Lions aren't going to do much if they can't really be on the field that much. Let's get to the Lions now. Okay, the Lions offense run the ball like last week. They ran it well, but the play action needs to be have to have an intermediate option. It was a deep option and a short option, which actually worked out pretty well. But they got to clog up the middle a little more. I know how crazy that might sound, but you'll see in the game. Lions defense, just don't get burned by Aaron Rodgers and scramble drill. What I mean by that is he will burn you because the receivers will get downfield and he will launch it, and then you guys will just suck. Yeah, that's it for this stinker. I don't even know why it's a national game, but it is because, again, it's Aaron Rodgers. Time for the Bills and Jets. Yeah, and this is a pretty good doubleheader game. And, yup, Bills, Jets. Yeah, the Jets are looking to pull off an upset. That's what I got. Today in MetLife, the Jets are playing in the national window. It's the NFL on CBS doubleheader game 1 here. Well, NFL on CBS Week 9 doubleheader game 1. 1 o'clock, you can stream it on NFL Plus, Paramount Plus. It's on 1 o'clock on CBS. It is the national game. Bills at 6-1. Yeah, they're really good. Jets 5-3. not so good right now, at least. They have a really good defense, though. So that's like, it's good on good against really good, like right now. Yeah, but this is a game the Bills should absolutely win. Iron Eagle, Charles Davis, have to watch for the call for it. It's a pretty big game, obviously. ESPN Radio, Steve Levy, Sal Plantiano, probably will have to listen to this. But yeah, we look at the coverage map. It's really it's most of the country. It's kind of dominated. It's like not really fair. But yeah, a lot of the country's getting this game. Obviously, that's what I got though. Bills and Jets in this NFL on CBS Week 9 doubleheader game. One, obviously, it's an NFL on CBS doubleheader Sunday. Time for the Bills. Projected starting lineup. For the Bills, Josh Allen, a quarterback. Case Keenum, his backup. Devin Singletary, and Naheem Hines. Joey James, still in the backfield. Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Isaiah McKenzie, Khalil Shakir at receiver. Marco Stevenson, Jameson Crowder, both on IR. Dawson Knox, Quinton Morris, tight end. Reggie Gilliam at fullback. Deion Dawkins, Roger Saffold, Mitch Morse, Brian Bates, across the line. Spencer Brown, questionable. David Questenberry behind him. Tommy Doyle's on IR. Iggy Bodeger's out defensively. Greg Rousseau, Von Miller, Boogie Basham, AJ Epinez off the edge. Why do they think Greg Rousseau has like 5 sacks? I nailed it. Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, De'Aaron Phillips up the middle as well. Terrell Bernard, Tremaine Edmonds, Balin Spector maybe, or because Matt Milano's questionable. He's really good. He's like really good this season. Tre'Davious White, Dane Jackson, Teron Johnson, and Kyrie Elam in the secondary. Micah Hyde, of course, on IR out for the season with that neck injury. Jordan Poyer's out. Dean Marlowe will start. Of course, coming over from Atlanta, Jaquan Johnson there as well. And same thing, DeMar Hamlin. Tyler Bass, their kicker, their punter is Samara, and their punt returners, Naheem Hines. Their kicker returners, Isaiah McKenzie, Reed Ferguson, and is their long snapper, James Scrard on IR. Let's get to the Jets. And for the Jets, Zach Wilson is their quarterback. Mike White is his backup. Michael Carter, Ty Johnson, Zonovan right there as well. And James Robinson's questionable. Corey Davis is out another week with that knee injury. Garrett Wilson, Denzel Mims, Braxton Berrios, and Elijah Moore at receiver. Obviously, Denzel Mims will get a lot of playing time because he's their third receiver, which is really stupid, but he is. Rodney Adams is out though. Tyler Conklin, C.J. Uzomah at tight end. Nick Bowden's on IR. Dwayne Brown, Lincoln Thompson, Connor McGovern, Nate Airbig, Mike Ramos across the offensive line. George Fance on IR. Same with Elijah Vera Tucker, Mike Kyle Becton, and Greg Sennett out. Carl Lawson, this whole defense is healthy though, so that's great news compared to that busted up offense, or more over their offensive line. Carl Lawson, Jordan Reagan's, Quinn Williams, John Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff, Jermaine Johnson, all of you. There is no excuse if this defense doesn't they gotta show that the Bills offense some fix. Because if they don't at least put up a fight, I'm gonna be a little ticked off. Quan Alexander, C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams, across the rest of that front 7. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Michael Carter II, and Brandon Echols looking at a clamp down those receivers. Jordan Whitehead, LaMarcus Joyner, both around that defense. Gregory Lazerland's kicker, their punter is Brandon Mann, your punt returner, and your quick returner as well, Braxton Berrios, and Thomas Tennessee's their long snapper. Let's get to the keys of the game. For this one, and for Buffalo's offense, no turnovers. That's all I have to say. Just don't turn over the football. For this defense, you better stop the run. If you don't, there's going to be a problem, like a big problem, because the Jets can't do much else. Let's get to the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, James Robinson has to have a big day. 100+ yards, 2+ touchdowns, 5+ receptions. I don't care if he doesn't play. He still has to do that. No Zach Wilson interceptions either. That would be really bad. And big plays will be the passing game. Yeah. No turnovers and big plays are just not going to happen with them. But who the heck knows? Jets defense too high. Obviously. Going against that Josh Allen, you want to not only beg him to run the ball, but also probably don't want to give him any big plays. And let Josh Allen run around in the backfield. They have the defensive line to just contain him. Like, that's all you really want him to do. Just keep him in a cage, really. That's what I got there. That's it for this NFL on CBS Week 9 doubleheader Game 1. Keys to the game. Let's get to the Seahawks and Cardinals now. And now we're in this late afternoon regional window, and we've got a good one. The Seahawks at 5-3, looking to make it 4 in a row now, I think. Yeah. Going into this Arizona for a huge division tilt against the Cardinals, they need to win this game. It's a must-win. They lose this, they're not making the playoffs in my eyes. Games at 4:05 on Fox, NFL Plus, and the Fox Sports app are your streaming services, obviously, for this one. Adam Mean, Daryl Johnson, Pam Oliver on the call for this one. So yeah, it's the number 2 crew for Fox. It's a B game though, because obviously it's not at 1 o'clock. It's not a doubleheader, and Joe Davis isn't calling it either. We look at the coverage map, last coverage map of the day, obviously. This one's in blue, 405. Obviously, it's literally just the Midwest and New England. So I guess I'm getting this game. Okay, that's what we got for this one. Yeah, again, 405 on Fox, NFL Plus, Fox Sports Hour streaming services. For this one, Let's get to the Seahawks projected starting lineup. For Seattle, Geno Smith, obviously their fantastic quarterback. Drew Lock is his backup. Kenneth Walker III, Travis Homer in the backfield. DK and Tyler Lockett are both healthy. Asker's probably going to get some playing time because Marquise Goodwin's out. Penny Hart's questionable. Cody Thompson's on IR. Will Disley, Noah Fan at tight end. Nick Valores at fullback. Joe Cross, my bad. Damian Lewis, Austin Blythe, Jackson, Abraham, Lucas Cross, the offensive line. Quinn Jefferson, Elwoods, Miles Adams all healthy. Daryl Taylor's out. Those are Bruce Irvin. Will Mafe, Uchenna Wilson all expect to step up. Tyreek Smith, Olin Robinson, Daryl Johnson, all on IR. John Radigan is out. Jordan Brooks, Cody Barton both up the middle. Nick Buller, obviously, they're one of their backup middle linebackers. Mike Jackson, Tariq Woolen, Kobe Bryant, Justin Coleman, all healthy. Isaiah Dunn and Jamal Adams. Tyreek Smith and Trey Brown are all out, and Trey Brown is out as well. Of course, Jamal Adams is on IR, and he's out for the season. Like, we know that. Ryan Neal and Quantity is both the safety. Joey Blunt is questionable, and obviously, 10 days ago, head coach Speed Down Squad will return in the 2022 season. Maybe he comes back in the playoffs if they make it, but, like, no. Jason Myers is their kicker. Michael Dixon is their punter. Dietrich is their punt returner. D.G. Dallas is their kick returner. Carson Tinker is their long snapper. Tyler Ott's on IR. Time for the Cardinals projected starting lineup. So the Cardinals, Kyle Murray, quarterback. James Conner is questionable. Benjamin Keontae Ingram behind him. Gerald Williams is on IR. DeAndre Hopkins, Ronald Miller, A.J. Green at receiver. Marquise Goodwin, Marquise Brown, Antonio Wesley, both on IR. Zach Ertz, Trey McBride, both at tight end. DJ Humphries is questionable. Josh Jones behind him. Mark Garcia, Aaron Hasenfeld out. Cody Ford and Billy Price expected to start if they can't play. Justin Fields on IR. Will Hernandez and Kelvin Beachum there as well. Defensively, J.J. Watt, Leaky Fotu, Zach and Allen all healthy. Jonathan Ledbetter is questionable. Rashad Lawrence is on IR. Dennis Garde is questionable. Victor Demichier, Tanner Vallejo, and not Tanner Vallejo. Victor Demenji and Cameron Thomas, Marcus Golden, Myji Sanders all off the edge. Nick Vigils on IR. Zayman Collins, Isaiah Simmons all healthy. Brian Murphy Jr., Marco Wilson, Traylon Mullen, Antonio Wesley all healthy at corner. Tate Daly, Charles Washington both on IR at safety. Christian Matthews out at corner. Jalen Thompson is their strong safety. Buda Baker is questionable though at free safety, so Chris Banjo might start. Matt Prater's their kicker. Andy Lee's questionable punter. That's why they say Nolan Cooney, who might start. Andy Lee is questionable at their holder, so that's why they got Nolan Cooney to hold as well. Greg George and Benjamin, kicker punter. Punter returner, kicker returner. Aaron Brewers, long snapper. Jonathan Ward's on IR. Okay, what are we doing now? Oh yeah, pace of the game. And for Seattle's, for the Seahawks offense, same play from Geno. Obviously, the holes need to be open longer than 0.5 milliseconds in the run game. Yeah, the run game was not very good last week because the offensive line did not create any sort of separation or breathing room for Kenneth Walker. Even if there was, he didn't exactly hit him. And DK has to be the guy in this one. He needs to have a massive day. He usually does it against Arizona. It's usually Tyler Lockett, but I don't see him out of it. Seahawks defense contain Kyler, obviously, and absolutely don't get torched by D-Hop. If you get torched by D-Hop, you're going to lose this game. So all I got to say, time for the Cardinals. It's no time November for both these teams. As both these teams come into this one, it's a must-win, as it's the NFL on CBS Week 9 doubleheader Game 2. Of last year's NFC Sunday Special Divisional Playoff, we've got the Rams, obviously 3-4. They've been god-awful this year. Like, it's been painful. 3-5 Bucs, who have actually probably, you could say, have been worse. Like, really not good for both these teams. Both offenses are offensively challenged. Both defenses have been pretty decent overall. Games of 4:25, obviously on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, our streaming services. This is going out to the whole country. It's the national game. The NFL on CBS Week 9 doubleheader Game 2. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson on the call for this one. Like, it's a big game. Like, I definitely would watch it. But, it's desperate times for both these teams. The winner of this game has a chance. The loser, especially if you're the Bucs, are out. Rams, guess they have a shot, but still, they're probably out. Yep, that's what we got. Let's get right to the Rams. Matt Stafford, quarterback. John Wolford is his backup. Joe Henderson Jr. should get 50 touches. Ryan Rivers, Malcolm Brown, Cam Akers all there. Cooper Kupp is banged up, but he's healthy. He's playing, thank God. Allen Robinson is the second is there as well. He should get plenty of targets. Van Jefferson's questionable, but he is expected to play. Ben Skoranek, obviously there. Brandon Powell, Tutu Atwell, Lance McCutcheon, all there as well. J.D. Koski is on IR. Tyler Higbee, Bresson Hopkins, Kenneth Bland at tight end. Bobby Evans, Matt Skira, Odell Bashi, and A.J. Jackson, Robert Hanson, all there. Brian Allen's questionable. David Edwards, Cole Mitchell, and Truman Ingram Jr. and Joe Nopum all on IR. Of course, Logan Bruss also off for the season on IR. Defensively, though, you have Ashawn Robinson, Greg Gaines, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Justin Hollis, Terrell Lewis, all at the edge, and Hardy's on IR. Jake Hummels on IR as well. Ernest Jones, Bobby Wagner, both there at safety. Interior linebackers. Of course, Trayvon Howard, huge to get him back. Very good cover guy. Troy Hill, David Long Jr., Darian Kendrick, and Jalen Ramsey, their corner. Jordan Fuller and Grant Haley both on IR. Quentin Lake is out. Taylor Rapp and Nick Scott both at safety. Special teams wise, your kicker is Matt Gay. Your punter is Riley Dixon. Your returner is Brandon Powell. Your Matthew Orsic, the long snapper. Kyron Williams is on IR. Still, they haven't activated him yet. Let's get to the Bucs. And for Tampa, Tom Brady, quarterback, Blake Gabbert is back up, Leonard Fournette, Rashad White, Keyshawn Vaughn in the backfield, Giovanni Bernard's on IR, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, all healthy. Receiver Russell Gage is out though. Cameron Brate's out as well. Kate Owen will start. Donovan Smith, Nick Leverett, Robert Hainsey, Shaq Mason, Tristan Morris across the end line. Luke Gattike's out. Defensively, Akeem Hicks is questionable. Patrick O'Connor behind him. He'll probably start again. Vita Vea, William Wilson. No, my bad. That's Logan Hall. Logan Hall's actually played fantastic in his rookie season. He's been great. Joe Tryon, what am I going to say? Anthony Nelson, Jernard Avery, and Croness above the edge. Devin White, Levante David up the middle. Jamel Dean, Diane Cullum, D. Delaney, the only true healthy corners. Sean Murphy, Levante, and Carson Davis, I expect well played. Antoine Winfield Jr. is out. Then Turner will Eric O'Neal will start. Mike Edwards there as well. Logan Ryan on air. Similar to Shaquille Barrett, KJ Britt, and Cam Gill. I think Shaquille Barrett's out for the season though. Ryan Segov is the kicker. Their punter is Jake Camarda. Jalen Jarvis, your punter returner. Your kicker returner is Rashad White, and Zach Tryon is the long snapper. Time for the keys to the game for this one. Obviously, Giovanni Bernard is also on IR. And now for Cardinals offense, back to the Week 7 run game. It worked out pretty well. 10 plus starts to D-Hop. Obviously, he's been their best player. And B, better scheming for Robbie Anderson. I don't know what the heck they were trying to do with him. Throw him a deep ball. Cardinals defense. Be more physical and run defense. They haven't been that the whole season or really in so long under Vince Joseph. They got to be better there. And JJ for a triple-double. 10 tackles, 1 sack, interception, or fumble forced or fumble recovery. Obviously, that's pretty insane, but I think he can do it. Now let's get to the game of the week. It's the game 2 of the NFL and CBS doubleheader. Okay, Rams offense in the first half, quick throws on electric run game with Darrell Henderson, no one else. No one else. Only one getting runs. Only one. No, he's the only one getting carries. Second half, build off the run game. Build off it. With some play action shots and screens. They have to get those. Downfield passing is how they're going to get this done, but the quick throws and Darrell Henderson being the run game, that's how they're going to win this game. Rams defense, sack Tom, and blow up the run. They do what they do is what they've been able to do against the Bucs, and they'll be fine. Now let's get to the Bucs. And for this Bucs offense, you've got to stick to the run. I know it might not be fun, but you got to be able to do it. If you can't, that's not good. You get the bottom of Mike Evans as well because he just seems to torch the Rams. Bucs defense, no debacles in coverage, obviously. That happens. You just don't let the Rams beat and stop the run. If they stop the run, I think they will be able to be just shut down the Rams. But who knows there? The Rams have the Bucs number. Probably won't happen in this game though because again the Rams stink. Let's get a Sunday Night Football. Really weird matchup overall. Really weird matchup. The Red Hot Titans travel to Kansas City for a 2020 AFC Championship rematch. Probably without their quarterback. Of course, last year the Titans traveled to LA to face the Rams in Week 9 on Sunday Night Football. Now they travel to Kansas City for Sunday Night Football in Week 9. Kansas 820, of course, on NBC Universal, NBC Sports app, I think. I don't know for sure. And obviously, Peacock can stream it on. Titans are 5-2. Obviously, they won 5 in a row behind Derrick Henry. They'll probably have to do the same thing and have a fantastic defensive performance again. Chiefs fresh coming off the bye. They're a very, very good team. We look at the announcers by Trico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark on the call for this one. The Universal announcers, Westwood Run, Ryan Radke, and Ryan Harris, Entravision, Ricardo and Keelis, and Tony Nunez. I haven't heard of that in a long time. But But yeah, that's what I got for this. Let's get right to the Titans projected starting lineup. Titans, okay. Brian Tano's questionable. He's traveling with the team. Probably game time decision. I don't know for sure. Malik Willis will start if he can. And he'll have to be able to throw the ball. Yeah, Derrick Henry, obviously there. Dontrell Hilliard and Hassan Haskins will probably get carries. Well, Trent Cannon is on IR, though. Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook, and Cody Hollister, and Chris Conley, receiver. Traylon Burks, Kyle Phillips, and Ray McMahon on IR. G.F. Swaim and Austin Hooper and Chuma Okonkwo, a tight end. Torrey Carter's out. Dennis Daly, Aaron Brewer, Ben Jones, Nate Davis, and Nicholas Petit Frere at right tackle, my bad. Petit Frere, as they say in French. Jerome Jones is on IR. Taylor Lewan is on IR. And, of course, with that screwed up knee, Jeffrey Simmons is questionable. He hasn't been the same guy he was last year. Still a very fantastic player, though. Mary Edwards Jr. probably will play, though. Tier Tart, DeMarcus Walker there as well. Kevin Strong is questionable. Danico Autry, David Long Jr., Zach Cunningham, Butters Reese questionable. Rashad Weaver will probably start. Harold Landry, of course, after the season. Or then Chance Campbell and Rashad Hand all on IR as well. Roger McCreary, Christian Fulham, Terrence Mitchell, Trey Avery there at corner. Cale Farley there as well. Elijah Molden, Chris Jackson, and AJ Moorball on IR. Monty Hooker's outline. Johnson and Andrew Adams probably split there. And Kevin Byard obviously there as well. Cam Studak is out. Monty Hooker, Torrey Carter all both out as well. Traylon Burks, Kyle Phillips, and Trent Cannon all on IR. Ryan Stonehouse is their punter. Their punt returner is Robert Woods. Their kick returner is Dontrell Hilliard, and Morgan Cox is their long snapper. Ben Jones also there as well. Time for the Chiefs. And for Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Chad Henne, his backup, Isaac Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jerick McKinnon, Ronald Jones all in the backfield. Juju, MVS, and Miko Hardman, receivers. Kadarius Toney, first newest acquisition to this team. Sky Moore, probably not going to start because, again, he can't still field punts. You didn't see the clip of him in practice. Yeah, he muffed it. Again, Justin Ross on IR. Travis Kelce, Noah Gray at tight end. Jody Fortune's on out. And Blake Bell is on IR. Michael Byrne is their fullback. Orlando Brown Jr., Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Andrew Wilder across the offensive line. Lucas Niang's out. George Karlaftis is their first-string corner. Suspended with Mike Dana, Carlos Dunlap. Malik Herring will have to apply pressure on the quarterback, Derek Nottie. Chris Jones up the middle. Tristan Wharton is on IR. Willie Gay, Nick Bowen, Carlos Dunlap there as well. Joshua Williams. Lydia Sneed, Trent McDuffie, Jalen Watson. Justin Reed, Juan Thornhill, all there in the secondary. Harrison Bryant, Buckner is their kicker. Their punter is Tommy Townsend. Their punt returner is Sky Moore. Their kick returner is Isaac Pacheco. James Winchester is the long snapper. Time for the keys to the game. Okay, Titans offense. Derrick Henry, literally just Derrick Henry. I don't care, can't give him everything. Titans defense, under 20 minutes possession time, and you need edge pressure. The edge pressure is huge. Obviously, they're short-handed there. But if Patrick Mahomes you just sit in the pocket, they triple team Zedarius, Jeffrey Simmons. They double team Danico Autry, Yeah, that's just not going to be good for them. That just won't be good. Okay, now for the Chiefs. Okay, for the Chiefs offense, obviously with the Derrick Henry on the other side, you need the ball for 40-plus minutes, so they can't use Derrick Henry and create weird run designs. I want to see the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and it works out. That's what I want to see from them. Chiefs defense, 8 men in the box, obviously. And beg Ryan Tannehill take a shot, just simply get it, or just simply get the ball airborne, or just simple quarterback, because they're just going to be wanting to run the ball with Derrick Henry, literally 55 times. They won't do that because they'll probably get hurt, but, actually, the Chiefs just need to, It's literally just Derrick Henry. What the heck am I doing there? Yeah, that's it for the Sunday Night Football Keys of the Game preview, though. Yeah. Monday Night Football is coming for you guys tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Let's get right to the outro. And, yeah, that will just about do it for this Week 9 NFL Sunday preview Keys of the Game. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great Sunday. Obviously, the top of the AFC South versus top of the AFC West. Derrick Henry against Patrick Mahomes. Yep, that's Sunday Night Football for you. Yeah, here's some Baker Mayfield to close it out.
Those guys are going to do your Hail Mary.
7 defensive backs for Arizona. Pressure coming. Mayfield able to get away, and now he'll uncork it for the end zone. Ball in the air, and it's caught! It's caught! Donovan Peoples-Jones! Baker's prayer is answered from 57 yards out to end the first half.